We build concrete empires, conquer the skies, and mold the planet to our liking. As a species, we sit comfortably at the very top of the modern food chain. We have a healthy respect for bears, sharks, and lions, but we observe them from behind zoo enclosures or track them with satellites. They are manageable, predictable threats. This diagram shows our current ecological pyramid, but the entire hierarchy collapses once the oxygen levels in the atmosphere reach 35%, matching the ancient Carboniferous period. Your new apex predator is a dragonfly the size of an eagle, and it's staring right back at you. This is the Meganeura. That single shift in air composition strips us of our status. We are demoted from apex predators to vulnerable prey on a planet ruled by giants. Look at this diagram detailing a standard insect's anatomy. Instead of lungs, bugs breathe through a network of tiny tubes called a tracheal system, which relies on passive diffusion to move air. This system is the biological bottleneck that keeps modern insects small. At 35% oxygen, the air acts as high-octane fuel. The tubes expand, the bottleneck disappears, and insects easily support massive, terrifying bodies. The immediate consequence plays out in the air. Swarms of giant Meganeura outcompete modern birds, clearing the skies with razor-sharp mandibles. On the ground, the hyperoxygenated air fuels explosive plant growth, swallowing our streets and homes in dense underbrush. Lurking in that thick vegetation are millipedes stretching 2.5 meters long. These armored scavengers tear through the landscape like living freight trains. Our roads, fences, and conventional weapons offer little protection against an enemy biologically designed to swarm our cities from both the sky and the ground. The absolute ruler of this new hierarchy is a highly aggressive predator, the giant wasp. This diagram illustrates the parasitoid reproductive cycle. A parasitoid is an organism that lives on or inside a host and ultimately kills it. We observe this behavior in modern insects, but here it scales to human proportions. A giant wasp hunting you doesn't want a quick kill. It drops from the canopy to deliver a paralyzing strike with a venomous stinger the size of a kitchen knife. You are completely immobilized, yet fully conscious, as the wasp drags your body back to a towering, fortified paper nest. Inside the dark hive, the wasp implants her eggs. When those massive larvae hatch, they consume you from the inside out to fuel their own growth. Humanity survives as a captive, renewable food source, harvested alive to feed the next generation of the swarm. Our landscape is now defined by abandoned, vine-choked skyscrapers. Daytime belongs entirely to the massive silhouettes eclipsing the sun. To survive, we have to throw away millions of years of diurnal evolution. Walking outside at noon is a guaranteed death sentence.
Humanity is forced underground, transforming into a strictly nocturnal species. We spend our daylight hours hiding in sealed, fortified bunkers buried beneath the roots. The giant insects have a glaring biological weakness. Because they are cold-blooded, when the sun sets and temperatures drop, their massive bodies grow sluggish and dormant. That temperature drop is our only tactical window. We execute desperate stealth missions strictly under the cover of darkness. The objective is simple: scout the overgrown terrain, locate the towering wasp nests, and incinerate the hives while the colony is paralyzed by the cold. We trade smartphones and global supply chains for fire, spears, and primitive guerrilla warfare in our own ruined backyards. Human dominance was never absolute. It was always a fragile privilege,